Everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 141 with me, Sid, and disaster has struck. Not here, not in the world, it's home. Our boiler's died. Cold snap. Winter's here proper in the UK. Well, I mean, it's not cold by, say, Siberian standards, but yeah, winter's most definitely here. And our boiler's on the blink. So we're kind of using whatever electric from, various heaters we've got around the house to keep the place house, because I can't get an engineer here in for 2 days. 2 days without heating. Or at least 2 days without, modern heating. But we'll live. We will live. Consequently, however, I am going to sit there and say that this episode is going to be probably a little shorter. I'm not going to promise on that one because I know my own track record, but probably a little shorter. And almost certainly not particularly advanced, let's just put it like that. I am going to try, apart from getting all of the stainless steel done for the third medium voltage steam turbine, my objective is to, how are you doing? You're full, we can go and put that on. My objective is to try and tackle some of the little quests. The little quests that are sitting, waiting for us to do it. Oh, wow, that's good. That's now stopped. That's full. Yeah, I haven't got anything on that. That's still never managed to get that going. I'll live. I'm not that fussy. I'm a very, very easy to please person most of the time. So, yeah, don't sweat the things that I can't figure out. And I'm not always the greatest when it comes to these things. Sometimes these mods, stump me. Right, so what are my plans for today? Well, my plans for today are looking at real water to start off with. That's one of the quests. So I need some distilled water. And distilled water, strangely enough, you get in the distillery with water. You never saw that coming, did you? And five buckets of water, or 5 water, will give me 5 distilled water. So let us go and see about that, shall we? Let's go and find some water. I should have some water somewhere. Distillery first thing. Where's my distillery? Fermenter. Basic distillery. I probably need to get this heavy oil out and that lubricant out. That's probably a good start. Let's do it a cleaning. Lube into glue, oil, glue, molten rubber, oil, ethylene. Hang on. Wow, I didn't know I got that. There we go. 1 tank of lube. And then we shall come in here. You can come out. Well, to get rid of that heavy oil, and I may just pick up the machine and drop it. That way, probably as good a way as any. Because I'm really not bothered about 4 litres of heavy oil. That does seem a little bit petty. So we'll just, I think there is ways. Is there like a pipette or something which allows me to take things out? But let's just plonk you down. Everything's good. So I need to distill some water. Where am I going to get some water? Well, I can probably find it in there. I could also make it by combining hydrogen and oxygen, but that seems kind of silly when distilled water is made in a distillery on program 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right, so yeah, let's do 3 lots. I'm not sure how many I need, so if we do 3 lots, then we know we'll have plenty. And this is probably something we could just have making a tank full of distilled water. I imagine that this will feature heavily in things, because it certainly features heavily in a lot of, science stuff. Right, that's doing its thing. Let's leave that to it. We'll head over here and just go and have a look at the stainless, because that should be at 52. We can take another 2 of those. Those will go here. Yeah, that's fine. Indigo, off we go. Right. Oh, and put the spanner away. Lovely. So, why am I making reed water? Well, I'll show you. You see, in the fishing, farming and cooking lines, there's a number of things we've got. Now, some of these are locked behind RNG. Coupon fibres, but we need to get these plants, but, to get, say, the plumbella leaf, we need to... Can I get the thing? No. To get the plumbella leaf, we need a somewhere around here. Plumbiscus seeds, and plumbiscus you get with a gold crop and a shining crop. No, maybe with a crop plumbiscus. That doesn't sound right. Hang on a second. Alt return. Let's have a look. Plumbilia seed. So that's with a mixture of various seeds and plants to cross. Stickweed and titania. Gold and titania. There's a lot with titania. So how do we get to there? I have no idea, because this is things. I don't trust the data because it expects impossible perfect conditions. This feature is only backed by annoying demand. Well, how am I supposed to do it if I can't trust the bloody data? Yeah. RNG quests are my least favourite quests of them all. Red wheat. Currently not seeing a huge amount of anything I've got. Hemp. Oh, we could do hemp and stickweed. There's a 0.0438 chance of that happening. It's not, or there may not be. Yeah, it's an annoying quest line. So let's just come back out of these, because all of this lot are RNG based. Ironwood is better than normal wood. Liverroot seeds, this gunpowder, creeperweed seeds, stuff seeds, gast seeds probably. Let's have what we got. Wither root seeds, good for coal. Ooh, I need lots of coal, don't I? Yeah, all of these. Not a huge amount of entertaining fun, and not something I can do really on camera. However, there is a few things over here which we can do, and one of these is this, the industrial way, making rum. Now, if you know me, you know I like my rum, and I see no reason why not to extend that liking into game. So, we need to make reed water. Reed water is done with distilled water in a brewery with sugar canes. Okay, that's fine. Then it wants me to make fermented reed water. Well, I'm going to guess that fermented reed water is put in a bacterial vat or a fermenter. 5 litres gives 4 litres. Okay, that's all good. And then we need sugar wine. Now, sugar wine is, well, if we go into, let's go into there, have a look at that. Have a look at that. Sugar wine, distillery, there. yeah, not a brilliant. We'll get ethanol from that as well. Okay, not a brilliant rate of return, but you know, that's fine, and we'll get some stuff, and that will take us to rum, which requires the industrial way. There's also, we can do possibly these two here. I may have a look at the fake Jägermeister quest. These ones require stainless steel, not going there today. So just annoying, getting rid of a few annoying little quests. That's how I would describe this. We're getting rid of some annoying quests. Also, while talking about annoying things, no, not me. I'm not an annoying. Well, I suppose it's debatable. My wife would disagree. She would definitely say I'm an annoying thing. We have got stuff in here which we probably should get and house. At the moment, I'm just going to house in one of the containers because I can. I don't see any reason, you know, to get more deep than that. That works fine. You shouldn't you across, and then we can get the bronze one, and then we can just get all of our, you know, bits and pieces lined up. These just need to move. They're in the wrong place. I also want to put a thing there anyway, a hatch or something. So there's quite a few of these, and we just need to populate them accordingly with our, for want of a better word, little armory of, well, armour. I mean, what else would you have an armory of? And then it'll just mean we can tidy up this area properly. I probably need another one of those, actually, looking at this, because I don't think we've got enough. We might have. I might be wrong. Boop, 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 boop. We can get rid of all of this stuff, tidy up, and, you know, just make this look a bit better. Yeah, probably will actually. Okay, that's all good then, isn't it? No? Right, let me finish this off. We'll be back in a sec. Alright, we've got our first 5. Let's go and take those. What do we do with that? Well, I need you in those bottles, don't I? That's the thing. Do I just put you... It's just 250 ml in a bottle. Okay. Bottles, 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 bottles. Have I got any bottles? I've got a bottle. Alright, let me just figure this out. Alright, got some bottles. I had a bottle forming press, and I had some coins, so I bought some glass dust, and yeah, that was a thing. Can I just put you back in? I can't, damn it. I'm going to have to put you in there. Nope. Basic fluid canner. Will that do the job? It will. That's a water bottle. I don't want no. Stop. That's just okay. Let's drink the water. So it's not that one. I need to do it in what? That's reed water. I don't want reed water. I want distilled water, don't I? Hang on. I'm not making distilled water. I'm making reed water. Okay. I'm getting myself all confused and discombobulated. Let us go back into here and here. We're doing this, and we're going to do a brewery where we put in distilled water and sugar cane to get reed water. So a brewery. Do I have a brewery? I'd be very surprised if I don't have a brewery. Sounds like the kind of thing I'd have. I like a drink. A brewery. Flour, wheaty juice. Okay, so I need to probably disconnect the... No. So I probably need to get the wheaty juice and go and put that somewhere safe. And then I, break that and... There you go. Where else would you put your wheaty juice? I can't help feel that there's a lot of double entendres in this episode. Just seems a little bit, like there's a lot of things which, if I were Finbar Saunders, I would be saying Finar to. If you have no idea who Finbar Saunders is, don't worry about it. Okay. That goes in. That goes in. To make reed water. Okay. At least that one can't be misconstrued. I can't think of a way it could be misconstrued. No doubt you or come up with a way to misconstrue it, but that's fine. Got a whole load of flour and nowhere to put it. Can I just dump you in there? It'll not do anything. Right. So we got reedy water, which gives us a whole bunch of bottles of reedy water there. That's fine. So now we need fermented reed water. These are... Wow, you can even eat reed water. Doesn't do a great deal, but I don't think I've got a... Yeah, I don't think I am in the bacterial vat thing. I think I'm in the fermenter area with reed water to make fermented reed water. Reed water. Oh, almost there. Right, let's go and get some more stainless steel going. Boop. I feel like we could be close to having a third steam turbine. So you're a distillery, you are a fermenter, and you are full of fermented wheat, which now needs a new home for some reason, because I still appear to have a whole load of other things that I need to find homes for. Damn it. Let me go and get myself a tank. This is what happens, you see, when you allow yourself to just go, I'll pick that later, I'll do that later, I'll do that later. Eventually, later catches up with you. And that's exactly what is happening here. Later caught up with me. Oh, sorry. Sneezy sneeze. Right, so you need to be in there, no program, and you just go in. Okay? Bang. We didn't quite get a lot. Well, we'll get what we got. You have nearly got another 5, so that's all good. Dude. Almost there. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Well, he's not actually almost there. He's got a ways to go, hasn't it? That is doing that. Oh wow, that's slow. Oh, that's going to take a goodly while. Alright, I'm back in a bit. Alright, while I've been waiting for various things to ferment, I came over here and I threw in a very, very small gate. It's alright. It's, let's be honest, it's nothing great, but what we have got is we've got the, you can't get to me. If I had wheat, you wouldn't be able to get to me because of this. And I could just come over here, press the thing, we've got the thing on there, we're all good. Little tower, nothing fancy, but it'll do for now. It's just, you know, when you're just making something just to, because the moment I have to walk all the way around, at least from here, I can just go, whoop. Although to be fair, I'm more likely to go, you know, because that's more fun. So, what's not fun is waiting for things to ferment. But we'll persevere. We'll persevere. I will also go and put all of this stuff away that I've got in my inventory, and I shall be back with you in a little while. Alright, so one AFK session later. You know, a few seconds for you and a whole evening for me. We've set another batch of aluminium running, and I had 15 litres of reed water in here, and it's done 6 and a bit. Let's take, okay, how do I pick you up then? You don't want to go in there. Okay, we can put you into a bottle using a canner bucket. No. So fermented. Bottled, fermented, but how do I get you in there in the first place? Oh, that warp effect, I hate it. Right, how do I do that? How? Like that, I suppose. That doesn't mind that one apparently. In fact, let's take you back out. Oh, there. No. And you are on program 1 to get sugar wine. 100 litres makes 0.7. All the way. Bang. Off you go. And that actually is reasonably quick. Am I going to get a litre out of that? I've got no idea, but that takes a very long time. And you will go into 250 will go into bottled sugar wine, but the actual quest requires 1,000 millibuckets. There's a lot of effort for rum. And I don't think 6,000 buckets is going to make me 1,000. I think 6,000 buckets is going to top out at around about 450 to 500-ish. I think we're going to need to get all of that done, which is going to take nearly another full 12 hours. And possibly more. Oh well. Oh yeah, you know what, I sat there and I thought, you know what, we'll do a nice little easy quest. We'll just knock off a few of these little bits today. We'll just keep it steady. And it's turned into something bigger than the stainless steel. Oh, GregTech, you're so silly. Anyway, we've only got one piece of stainless steel left to process, so then we'll be able to get the third thing going. But for the time being, I am going to go back and sit in my AFK corner here, and well, I'll see you again in a bit. Alright, another AFK session later, about 12 hours or so, and we've got 2,636 fermented reed water, and we've got 651, and that ain't going to be enough, is it? I'm absolutely certain of it. I never thought that making a bottle of rum would be quite so difficult. Yeah. I'm going to need to do another batch of 5, aren't I? Did I leave the reeds up in the thingy? I did, so I should be able to hop in there, grab myself some water. I need to distill the reed water is distilled water. How was I doing that? I was doing the distillery. Okay, on program 5. So the fermenter, and that is the distillery, it's got 840. So we'll take you out and we shall put you on program 5. We'll distill the water very slowly, make another batch, and come back once that's done. Yay! Alright, and finally I have 1,204 of this sugar wine. I also have another 14 and a bit things of reed water processing in there, because 48 hours it's taken to get to this point. 48 bloody hours. In real time. That's not pretend time, that's real time. 48 hours. But finally we claim that, and we can now go to this, and it wants 4 bottles of rum. How do you make bottles of rum? You use, oh please don't tell me I need 5,000. And 1 piece of sugar. I do. I need 5,000 of that stuff. I mean, the implication is, if we're brutally honest, the implication of this is that you can automate it. Because if you actually look at the path, it's the industrial way. Making rum can be automated, but you need to follow this industrial way to do it. So you're going to need a water source, a distillery, 1 basic distillery. The distillery will then distill the water into thing, which then goes into a basic brewery. That will make you your reedy water, which will go down into a fermenter and then into a distillery. So I suppose I could I just need an extra distillery. and I could automate the entire process. Now the only issue I have with that is I don't really want to automate the entire process, because I don't rum yummy, yes, great, but it's, you know, it's rum. What can I do with it? It's not like I can use it as fuel. It only gives a small amount of I can turn it into ethanol. I can turn it into pirate brew. Okay. I mean, I really want to finish that quest off. I just don't know whether I can face quite that much processing of all the stuffs, because that was painful. And yeah, that was painful. Do I make another distillery? Or do I make a distillery and fill a tank full of distilled water first? Oh, I've got another basic distillery. Oh, well, that makes life a little more interesting. Got to pipe the things up there, that's entertaining. I'm going to need a lot of pumps for that, aren't I? I need to think. And even then, it's still going to take like days. And days and days and days. Difficult decision, and I am not going to make that decision right now. I'm going to leave that one for the comments. I think 4 days for an episode that I thought was going to be a quick, easy win, doing, you know, a couple of things from this, is probably about my limit. I need to put this one to bed. So I am going to contemplate this. In the meantime, I'll let this lot run out and I'll make a decision. I think that's all I can do. GregTech is absolutely ludicrous sometimes, and I think this is one of the cases. I just don't know. My completionist says, yeah, you've got to finish that. I didn't even get onto any of these. All that. Well, that's stainless steel. I know what's needed there, so there's a reason I didn't go there. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I've got no idea what I mean, I know what the title of the episode should be, but it would have problems on monetized, because pissed would be not be a good title. Yeah. What do we do for a screenshot? I really don't know. I'm probably just going to do something like that, because yeah, that is really brutal, and for a simple line, I don't think it's worth the amount of effort it's going to be to automate that, because it's still going to take weeks. Mind you, I mean, the stainless steel's taken weeks. Maybe I just automate it and let it run in the background. I don't know. Anyway, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.